Welcome, student. In this chapter, Basic Geometrical Ideas, you learn the concept of point and line in the first topic. Then you studied curves and polygons in the second. This is the third and last topic of this chapter, concept of circle, and it is the most interesting one. First, let us build the concept as we always do. We need to answer two basic questions to understand the concept. First, what is a circle? And second, why do we need a circle in our lives? Let's try and answer them together. You already know what a point and line is, and you might know what a circle looks like. Now, let me ask you this. Can you make a circle from a line segment? Think about it. Well, yes, you can. Bend the line segment like this, such that its end points meet, and you get a circle. But will you always get a circle like this? Is this a circle? Or this one? Or this? No, they are not circles. I am sure you know that. Only this is a circle. But why? What is so different in this shape? Let's try and understand. Now suppose you are walking on a straight line. Nobody can stop you. You can keep walking as long as you want. But if I do a game and tie you to a pole using a rope, you can only walk to a fixed distance, equal to the length of the rope only. But obviously you can move in any direction. So you can move in 1, you can move in 2, you can move in 3. Any direction you want. But you cannot go beyond the length of the rope. Now observe carefully. Observe a pattern here. If I join your positions when you move in different directions, I get this round shape. This shape is called a circle. But this is the farthest distance that you can move away from the pole, using the complete length of the rope. What if you don't use the complete length all the time while moving around the pole? Will you get a circle? Certainly not. And what if you don't use the complete length and use half of it? But you make sure that you always use half the length. Will you now get a circle? Well, looks like you do get a circle. So, what is the concept? The concept is that a circle is a shape. And you get this shape when you are tied at one end and you move around until you reach the starting point. But making sure that your distance from the tied end is always equal. So obviously, a circle is made when you are not free to walk wherever you want, such as on a straight line. This tied end is a fixed point, and this fixed point is called center because you move around it. And this length, which you can move from the center, is called radius. If you don't use the complete length, you get a smaller radius, but the center is the same. And you get a smaller circle. If you keep decreasing the length, you will get smaller and smaller circles. Alright, so in the biggest circle, this length is also a radius. Similarly, this is also a radius. So, you have learnt center and radius. Now you know why this is a circle, but these are not. That's right. The distance from the center is not always equal. So, our first question is answered. What is a circle? Now, the second question. Why do we need a circle in our lives? Can you think of an example of a circle? Have you seen a merry-go-round? Now, that's a circle. All round shapes are circles, such as a car tire, a fan, your frisbee. There are lots and lots of circles in daily life. So, why do we need a circle? Let me ask you another question. Can a car run on a square tire? Can a rectangular fan work properly? Will you enjoy a triangular merry-go-round? Try and think about it, and you will get the answer yourself. You can think of more such examples. You have learnt center. You have learnt radius. Now, what is this boundary on which you moved? This is called a circumference. Center, radius, circumference. Now, since a circle is closed, we get this region inside the circle and this region which is all outside the circle. The region inside is called the interior and the region outside is called exterior. So, this point P lies in the interior of the circle. This point Q lies in the exterior. And now if a point R is exactly on the circumference, it is on the circle. Now, there can be many points on the circle. Now, these points give us knowledge about more elements of the circle. If you join any two such points, we get a line segment. Such a line segment is called a chord of a circle. So, this is a chord. This is a chord. This is a chord, and so on. But this chord, AB, is a chord and it also passes through the center. It is called a diameter. So, all chords which pass through the center are diameter. So, chord and diameter. Next is arc. It is a portion or a part of the circumference. Complete circle is circumference and this part is arc. And if I join endpoints of arc to the center, we get this region, which is called sector. And these two are the radii of the circle. Radii is plural form of radius. That is more than one radius. So arc and two bounding radii form a sector. Another arc, another sector, and so on. So arc and sector. Now, when we cut this part of circumference, we also get this bigger part. Since it is bigger, it is called major arc and the smaller one is called minor arc. So minor sector and major sector. Major sector is again formed by same two radii but with major arc. You have also learned angle in the first topic. These two radii form an angle between them. If I keep increasing this angle, the arc and sector keep on increasing. When the two radii make a straight line like this, we get a diameter. The arc becomes half of circumference and the sector is exactly half of the total region enclosed by the circle. This arc is not minor or major, it is exactly half and we call it semicircle. Next, if we take a chord, this region between arc and chord is called segment. So, region between arc and center is sector and between arc and chord is segment. So, clearly this is the minor segment. And this is also a segment, the major segment. If we keep increasing the length of the chord, the segment keeps on increasing. And when the chord becomes a diameter, the segment is exactly half of the total region enclosed by the circle. And this segment is not a minor segment or a major segment. So, let's recall the concepts. Scoove, remember. This shape, when you move around a fixed point, keeping the length equal at all times, is a circle. The fixed point is the center. This shape, this path, is the circumference. And the distance between the center and the circumference is radius. Now, when you join 2 points on circumference, you get chord. And when your chord passes through the center, you get diameter. Next, we have seen arc and a sector. This is a minor arc and minor sector. So clearly, This is a major arc and major sector. Similarly, minor segment, major segment made by the chord. What have we learnt actually? How to recall all this? I'll give you a simple trick. On the left we have center, radius, circumference, C, R, C. And on the right, chord and diameter, arc, sector and segment, CD, A, SS. So, CRC, CD, A, SS. And these are all the elements of a circle. Alright, so that was all about circles. Keep practicing. Bye-bye.